Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have an old school drugstore haul for you. I haven't done one of these in a million years and I used to love watching these on YouTube. So I thought I would share with you guys what I've picked up recently. I did order this stuff online because I'm lazy and I don't like to leave the house. And also my husband and I share a vehicle, so sometimes it's hard to get out and just like poke around. By myself. It just doesn't happen very often. So I wanted to share with you guys what I got. This stuff all came from Shoppers Drug Mart and they had like a bonus optimum points. I got like 20,000 points with my purchase and I got some bonus points on some of the items that I bought. So I just thought it would be fun to share it with you guys. So let's dive into the box. So the initial reason for my order was that I needed to replace my foundations in my professional makeup kit. So they're getting a little bit old. I used them recently for makeup that I did for a photo shoot. They were fine, but I just noticed a couple of the colors that I didn't end up using, like the darker shades and the really, really light shade, I had to really shake them up. They were starting to separate. They smelled fine and they went on fine, but to me they seemed like right on the edge of expiring. So I decided it was time to replace them. So I bought 4 colors for now. Usually what I like to do is I buy 4 colors and I buy all neutral tones. So I don't go into the warm and the cool because I find as a professional I'm able to adjust them to sort of fit the right tone as long as I start neutral. So I kind of get like every other shade in the neutral category, and I generally stick in the lighter category because where I live, that's generally what I need. I do have a couple of darker colors in my professional makeup kit that I've bought for when I do makeup for the fitness competitions. So I do have those for mixing, and I do have a really, really light, almost white foundation that I can use to make things lighter. So these are sort of the middle tones that I would use most often. And I decided to go with the I'm trying to pick them all up at once. I decided to go with the Maybelline Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth. These were on for half price. They were on for a really, really good price. I have used these before. It's been quite a while. But the other thing that I've noticed recently when I'm doing makeup applications, makeup lessons, a lot of people have drier, like more people have dry skin than I find have oily skin. So what I was finding is the foundation that I currently was using was a little bit more on the matte side, and it was really emphasizing the dry patches on people's skin. I recognize that not everyone follows a skincare regime like I do because I'm a crazy person. So quite often when people come in for a makeup lesson, a makeup application, they do have dry patches on their skin. I do always cleanse the skin and apply a moisturizer, but sometimes particularly on the nose, I find the foundation tends to grab on those dry patches, and I know that this one doesn't. So I decided to go with this because if the odd 1% person like me that has oily skin shows up, I can just use more powder. I can use a mattifying primer and this should work out just fine. So I got the Maybelline Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth. This has an SPF of 18. I got Buff Beige, Classic Ivory, Ivory, and Porcelain. So that gives me a good range in the sort of light skin tones. As I said, I do have some darker ones that I've purchased more recently that I can mix and match and use as needed. So I picked these up. I believe they were on for like $5.99 or $6.99. It was a fantastic price. So I will be adding these to my professional makeup kit. I did do a video recently going through what is in my professional makeup kit. I will link that video down below if you're interested to see what I pack when I'm taking my makeup out on site for makeup applications. Next, I picked up the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. So I know I have a lot of brushes and you guys have seen me get excited about brushes in BoxyCharms and things like that. What I've been finding recently is that I don't have a brush that I love for bronzer. I use this Luxie brush a lot. This is the Luxie 512 small contouring brush. It's a smaller, densely packed, sort of flat-topped brush. I like this for sort of contouring. I would prefer something a little bit fluffier to sort of apply the bronzer a little bit more lightly. And I had been using this silk line brush, which was working fine, but it's natural bristles, and I do prefer synthetic these days, and it's getting a little like wobbly in the handle from washing it a lot of times. This is just a really inexpensive brush, so I decided to give something else a try to see if I can't get kind of what I'm looking for. So I was on the Shoppers website and I was looking through brushes, and I've always really loved, I'm trying to get it open, I've always really loved the e.l.f. brushes. I have a lot of them. They're really beautiful. They're synthetic, soft, and this one sort of caught my eye. So it's the Flawless Face Brush. It's a little bit larger. It's still densely packed, but it's really soft, and when you turn it to the side, it's a little bit flatter and a little bit wider. So I thought you could kind of get into the contours, but then you could kind of use the flat side to kind of fluff things around and get a softer application. So I'm excited to give that a try and see if it's the brush I've been missing in my collection. So I'm just gonna put him right in his little home in my little cup, my giant cup of brushes here. I do have to wash my brushes today. That's on my to-do list. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a video on how to wash your makeup brushes. I would love to film that for you guys if you're interested. I do try to wash my brushes every couple of weeks. So the next thing I have is, okay, so I've been out of eye cream. I have been out of eye cream since around the time I broke my wrist. I ran out of eye cream, and obviously I didn't have a lot of money right then and there. I didn't have any income coming in because I was off with no pay unexpectedly, so I kept hoping that we were gonna get one like in a BoxyCharm or a BoxyLuxe or something like that, but we didn't. So I picked up, this is by Indeed Laboratories, and it's their Total Eye Rescuer. So it looks like this, just a tube, but it's a good size tube. It's a ½ ounce, which is decent for an eye cream. I had honestly not heard of this brand before. I've not heard anybody talking about this, but it did say that it won the annual Beauty Awards in 2018. So I was like, oh, okay. She won some awards, and it says for fine lines and crow's feet, helps to instantly reduce the appearance of wrinkles, puffiness, and dark circles, paraben-free, fragrance-free, colorant-free, all that good stuff. And it had really good reviews, and it was on sale. I think it was regularly like $26.99, and it was on for $19.99, so the price was right. And I felt like I had gone long enough without having an eye cream. I mean, I've been using I have like a caffeine solution to depuff under the eyes, but it's not really like a hydrating product. So I've been just using like my face cream underneath, and I don't find it really does quite as well. So I just wanted to see what the texture was like. So it's just like a little white cream. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. That's really smooth. I think it's gonna blend in really quickly. It just smells clean. It doesn't smell, I mean, they said there was no fragrances added, so it just smells like skincare. So I'm excited to give that a try. I'll let you guys know in a future video what I think about that. Eye creams always last a really long time, so you get a really good idea of like what you think of them. And then, so Shoppers is, like if you're not in Canada, I have a lot of viewers in the States, I know that. Shoppers would be similar to like Ulta. It is a drugstore, but as far as their beauty side of things, it's sort of similar to Ulta. They have a lot of obviously drugstore items, and then they also have luxury, like the beauty boutique side of things. So that was all out of my sort of drugstore side of things. And then they send you like a little pouch for your fancier stuff, which I think I only bought one thing that was fancy. So they give you some samples. So they send you your stuff in a little bag. It's kind of cute. It's all about the presentation. I do think there's like one more drugstore thing in here. Oh yeah, there is. So is anyone tired of me talking about these? So this is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. These are my favorite liquid lipsticks, and so anytime I see them go on sale, I do pick up one if it's a color that I don't have, and the color I picked up this time is called Artist. I thought this would be a nice sort of fall transition color. I think it's very similar actually to the color I have on my fingernails. Oh yeah, so it's a really beautiful kind of berry color. The other colors I have in this are either like really pink or really red, so this is sort of something in the middle. I love that so much. It is very similar to my nail polish color. So I'm going to put that in its little home next to all its little siblings. I think they're regularly, I want to say they're regularly like $12.99 and I got it for $8.99, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then the last thing I purchased before I show you what they sent me for samples is the Urban Decay Vice Lipstick in Back Talk. I used to own this. I think this is the only lipstick that I've ever used up. I had it back when it was the old packaging. This is, of course, the newer packaging. It's just the perfect, like, everyday sort of rosy pink, like dusty rose, looks good on everybody type of a color. So it's this color right here. Isn't that beautiful? I'm so excited to have that in my collection again. This is one that I could just throw in my purse and it would always go with whatever I have on, whatever eye look I've got on. It's just a great go-to lipstick. This is the Comfort Matte formula, which is my favorite in the Vice lipsticks. I don't prefer the Mega Matte as much, although I do have, I think, at least one in, at least two in the Mega Matte formula. I do prefer the Comfort Matte. It is obviously just more comfortable, but it stays put really, really well. So really excited to have that back in my collection. Gonna put that over there with its little siblings. And then they sent me a whole bunch of samples in this little bag. So there was a gift with purchase. So this was the My Clarins Recharge Relaxing Sleep Mask. So this was a gift with purchase. I think you only had to spend like $25 or something like that. So this is the little baby mask that I got. It says apply before bed every night as a night cream or 1 to 3 times a week as a sleep mask. No need to rinse. So that's exciting. I'll definitely give that a try. I typically like Clarins products. I've had good luck with their products in the past. I love when you get like skincare samples because skincare is so expensive. So it's a great way to try something new and not get stuck with something that you didn't like. And then I had the choice of 3 samples after that because I purchased a luxury item, which was the Vice lipstick. I had the choice of 3 samples. So I chose this. It is the Teology Matcha Fresh Cream. That sounded really weird the way that I said that. It's the Teology Matcha Fresh Cream, and it's a moisturizer, I believe. Matcha tea infused multi-hydrating complex. Even skin tone, protects against dryness caused by pollution. So I love getting little samples like that, something new to try. Sometimes I save them for traveling, but I don't have anything coming up anytime soon, so I will probably just try these over the next couple of weeks. I also got a sample of the Vichy Mineral 89. This, I believe, is their hyaluronic acid serum. I believe I used this at one time, but I can't remember my thoughts on it, so I'll try it again and I'll let you guys know. What I'll do is I'll put these samples in my next empties video. You guys can watch out for that and see my final thoughts. And then I also got the Dermablend Makeup Dissolver. So this says Eye, Face, and Body Powerful Makeup Remover. So we'll give that a try as well. It's a non-greasy dissolving cream to instantly melt away stubborn makeup on the eyes, lips, face, and body. I just wanted to see what the texture was like. Is it runny or is it like a creamy cream? Oh, it's thicker. Okay, cool. So I'll try that tonight and see, oh, let's see how it takes off the lipsticks. Because these are like long wearing lipsticks. It is dissolving those really, really well. So that will probably just wash right off my hand now. Hold please. I've been using these like reusable cotton rounds, well, reusable rounds. Wow, that took that long wear lipstick right off my hand. Wow, that works really well. Interesting. Okay, so that's everything that I got with my order. I thought you guys might enjoy seeing what I had ordered, what I'm going to be using over the next couple of weeks. So let me know if you guys like these types of videos. I don't do like big purchases like this very often. Like I said, it was sort of inspired by my need for some new foundations for makeup applications, but I do sometimes treat myself. So if you do like these types of videos, give it a thumbs up so that I know. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!